So, you're serious about getting started in real estate in 2025? If you do go through this path, it might be the best way to make money and the best income for you. But there's a catch. It can be a hard experience for you to learn. But with that being said, this might be the right path for you. Here are 3 reasons why you should start in real estate in 2025. Now, before I do get into the steps, I want to bring down the top honorable mentions I have thought of today for you. Now, number 1 is interest rates and market shifts. The market is changing every day, but you have to keep up with it to get great opportunities that you want to see. Now, number 2 is creating financial opportunities for options. All of this cash, capital, or funds that you feel like you need to start using, you don't need all that. All you need is take one step at a time. I've always said this all the time. You just gotta take action. Now, number 3 is AI and tech tools. AI is your best friend in this generation, and it's basically supposed to take over in the next few years. But it can also help you finding leads, generating clients, houses, properties, all that kind of stuff can help you make your first 10K. By the way, this is so much easier for you to learn, so be my guest. I mean, you have to trust it. You have to trust what's going on in the next few years. You have to keep up what's going on. But with that being aside, let's go ahead and dive into 3 steps on what you need to do to start in your real estate. Step 1 is pick your strategy in real estate. Now, let me break down the 3 basic steps in picking your strategy. Number 1 is wholesaling. You probably see them all on TikTok where everybody explains it and all that, but do they tell you exactly how to break it down in their videos of just for an honest question, do they ever see that, or they just tell you anything? Basically, the simple term is they teach you how to get contracts under your name or the investors, and they take it for profit. Now, number 2 is house hacking. Living in a multi-unit coverage of a unit can cover a tenant of your mortgage is cheat code. House hacking is such a cheat code when it comes to mortgage. But it is the fastest way to make 10K. And no, this is not a rich quick scheme, but it's about making the best income for you. You can make 5K, 3K, or even 7K, all of this for maybe 2 weeks, maybe a whole month for that. Now, number 3 is buy and hold, but it's also a short term for rental properties. Now, you should know by now there's no such thing as passive income, but it is also helping you grow investment. Let's say you're investing in stocks. You put $5 into one stock, and 2 months later, you get $50 in stock because that investment grows. It takes time to grow it, right? You have to let it grow. It's like planting a whole tree, wait for a few weeks or maybe a whole month, and it grows to a teenage sized tree. That's exactly what we're trying to tell you right here. Now, if you invest in the properties that you own, you can put it in there and it will grow over time with value and how much it can cost for the person to pay you back for all that. That's how much money you. Moving on to step 2 is build your knowledge and network. Now, here's a tip. The reason the number 1 thing that everybody fails when they start is they do it alone, and they need some type of guidance. I'm trying to guide you to where I can basically make you a bunch of money and I get you more leads, high qualified leads. You can also follow other people that have more experience. You can listen to their YouTubes, podcasts, or go to courses. That's how you can start with them, right? Now, number 1 about step 2 is learn the basics. Let me tell you this right now. Do not feel stressed out. It is okay to start learning something new from real estate. It is okay to be a beginner. There's nothing wrong with it. As long as you're starting something, that is all that you're doing, and you are winning with that. But once you start learning, you'll get more experience of learning what kind of houses and properties you can use and how much investment you can make in all this. But the more knowledge you consume, the better you get smarter at this thing. Now, I mentioned this earlier. You can also go to courses, read books, or go to live events and go on Reddit pages and learn more from there, read them and say, okay, let me take notes and all this and that, all that kind of stuff. It's so good to learn something. It's so much dopamine, the good dopamine you can use for your business. Now, surround yourself with good people. Now, you have to cut these people out. The people that just don't want to see you succeed, they just don't think your plan's all that. They say, oh, be realistic. No, you have to just cut them out. Just cut them out of your life and find better people who are willing to help you and want you to succeed in real estate. And the person who stands out the most is they ask questions about what they want to do. They was like, okay, so how did you achieve this part? There's like a guy on YouTube or TikTok, he goes around asking all these millionaires and billionaires like how they do it. And they'll tell you how you do it. They'll give you the best advice, what they did, and their good background stories. That's how they do it. Now you can always find a mentor, which is highly recommended. Finding a mentor can help you be more successful than maybe 20%, maybe 80%, maybe 90% of it. It depends where you're starting out. Finding a mentor is the best thing you can do to get a great path up. Now, number 3 and the final step is to take action. Is the fastest way to close your first deal. If you take action, let's say I start out today, I got everything set out. Let's say in 2 weeks, I saw my first client. Now, another tip is you don't need to know everything when you first start, but you do need to take action about this. This is exactly the main part about starting something. Now, the main things about this is you have to research and analyze properties every single day. And the reason why I say this is because you need to know which value is good and which the good price is at, and which all that kind of stuff you need to know. It can increase over time, and you have to take notes on which house is better. Now, you can connect with real estate agents, brokers, investors, like I mentioned before, but the wholesalers will tell you everything you need to know about the time of the real estate. For example, earlier, the guy on TikTok asked questions. Now, you can also make offers that are not perfect, but something that they're like, okay, I'm interested, but tell me more about it. Remember, the goal isn't about being perfection. It's about consistently and how well you can be good at experienced it. They need to know what you know. They don't care your background. They don't care about what they think of you. They just want to know how you do it. They want to get their business up and running. It's supposed to be consistent and experienced whole industry and your whole ways of doing it. Now, before I end it off, I do have a free resource for you you can study for today. It is called a Lead to Deal Blueprint free guide. It's absolutely free. You can download it anytime you want, study it, you can look at it, and it's free for you. I'll give it out for free, right? It's a step-by-step guide, exactly how to generate leads, automate follow-ups, and close your first deal with a client. You can grab this down, link in the description, my website, contentcurrents.com. And with that being said, if you have any value from my video, please follow along, like, any type of stuff. Comment down below, what is your biggest real estate goal for 2025? If you are starting, which congratulations if you have started. Good luck to you. I'll be watching from you, and let's build wealth together. With that being said, as always, I will see you in the next video. God bless, and let's keep winning.